Hey everyone, it's Joe Waxman, the astrologer, formerly known as Mediocre. He's okay. What's up, everyone? In this video, I want to give you an update about my personal life and the transits, the current transits, and current stuff that's going on right now in the world. So as far as what's happening with me and my mom and our home situation, our living situation is, I don't know. We So we went to the doctor to try and get a form filled out which would allow Medicaid to pay for a home for my mom. And yeah, the doctor wouldn't fill it out because there's not really enough wrong with her. I mean, she's just like she's pretty healthy generally. She's just old. Well, not even that old, I mean upper 70s, but old enough, right? Um and I'm doing my best. I have some readings, but it's still not enough to make ends meet. And I'm just like the phase of me going out and getting a job, that's just like over, right? Like you know, the secondary progressed sun and solar arc directions, sun is like just past the Saturn, and for whatever reason, Saturn is like boss, external boss, and so it's like kind of indicating that's over. That's on me now. I have to be my own boss, right? Um, which is what my chart suggests, because I have my ascendant lord in the 10th house conjunct the MC, and then I have Saturn, which is third and fourth lord, also in the MC. I mean, regardless of what houses they rule, Mars and Saturn in the 10th really, uh, that native should work for themselves, really. So I have to work for myself. I'm just not that experienced with it, or really, I just haven't had the success. My chart is a mature chart. It's going to take a while. It takes time to grow into, but I'm getting there anyway. So that's it. That's that. I don't know what's going to happen. It's highly stressful, but nothing I can do at the moment. I mean, I don't know what to do with my mom. I mean, it would be a lot easier if it were just me, but I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm just kind of waiting it out for that for now. Sorry, the camera's not focusing. Anyway, okay. Um, Second thing, current events, like shit's going crazy, crazy. Like all these protests at Columbia University, um, a lot of stuff. There's a dude who just set himself on fire outside of Trump's trial, right? Iran and Israel, right? Iran attacked Israel. Israel just attacked Iran back, took out their radar defense system, sent a message, a very clear message that Israel can penetrate their defenses, and now they don't have radar defenses anymore. So if Iran attacks Israel again, Israel's gonna F shit up, right? In Iran. Iran can't really penetrate Israel's defenses. Israel's penetrated Iran. So Israel definitely has the upper hand there. Anyway, let's look at some transits because that's going to explain a lot of what's going on right now, all the craziness that we're seeing. All right, so these are the current transits. Um, Basically, like one good thing to notice is just like if a bunch of planets are bunched up together, that's very significant. And here we have it with the North Node, and that is telling you where the energy is lying. If it was the South Node, it would be very different, right? But it's in the North Node, and we have all these personal planets right around the North Node. What does that feel like? That feels like people coming together, right? Because the North Node is the arrow pointing in a certain direction. And if the arrow is pointing in the direction where all the other planets are, that's a clear indication that a bunch of people are going to come together to do shit, right? Which is exactly what's happening, right? We could see the, Uranus, Jupiter conjunction just about perfecting right about now, like, still going towards the complete perfection of that conjunction, but that's happening right now, and that's all the significations for that. I didn't make any videos about that because everyone else did, like, and it's just, it is what it is. It's Jupiter, it's Uranus, it's in Taurus, and um yeah, it's inventive, but I mean it's Taurus, so it's like it's not going to be as impactful as if it were in another sign. It's going to be a little bit stuck. Uranus likes to move a bit faster than it can in Taurus, but it's going to be very heavy, very grounded, and it can produce. Um, if you have, if this is going to aspect any of your planets, especially Mercury, it can give you great ideas, and it does aspect my Mercury, and it has been giving me great ideas. My Mercury's at 25 Taurus, right? So yeah, that's interesting, depending on what planet it aspects, you know. Let's see, we have Sun just moved into Taurus, but then we have Chiron, Venus, Mercury retrograde, North Node, um, then Neptune, Mars, and Saturn. Mars is moving away from Saturn, but it's moving towards Neptune. And this is sort of like what I like to call like a quixotic kind of conjunction, where Mars is the action-oriented planet of war and aggression and doing stuff, right? Initiating action. Neptune is nebulous, and it's in, you know, Pisces, where Neptune is domicile, right? So this is like Mars moving into like confusion and delusion and fantasy. You know, chasing dragons, chasing windmills, right? Like Don Quixote, just being delusional, but being very like, you know, thinking you're getting stuff done and they're just like not doing anything. You know, like the protesters, right? They're not doing anything. They're not creating any real change, but in their mind they are. That's the very, you know, that's the Piscean, Neptunian quality that's going on. And the Saturn Mars is still in effect. That's still ringing, resonating. You know, sponsored by Jupiter, Uranus. So something very nebulous and expansive, Piscean, imaginative, delusional, fantasy oriented, victim oriented, when crying about, you know, being a victim. Oh, poor us. We're so entitled to murder you because we're the poor innocent victims. Then it winds up with Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus. And Taurus is very, very grounded. Taurus is all about reality, and it doesn't give a shit about, it's not that it doesn't give a shit. It's not, it's very different from expansive Pisces, where it's all imagination and victimhood and like, you know, watery Pisces. You know, what are you gonna do? But they're meeting reality. It's sort of like fantasy meets reality in a very harsh way, because Uranus is so freaking, you know, explosive, and you know Jupiter is very, you know, judicious, justice, right? Justice oriented. Um, it could be very excessive as well, but it does have that relationship to sort of, I mean, not Saturn authority, but lawyer, lawmaking, and with Uranian truth kind of combining with that, it does really resonate with sort of meeting that harsh, firm reality, where that hammer, that bolt of lightning can strike, and you know people can find out, right? They're gonna here's the F around, here's the find out part of that. But you know, just altogether, it's looking like you know, a lot of people coming together, groupings, craziness. That's what this all indicates, right? South node's over here, north node's over here. All the energy is moving towards all these planets. So it's kind of indicating a lot of people are coming together right now. That's what's happening, obviously. You know, and then we got the, you know, the Pisces delusion, the Aries aggression, and then the Taurian reality, the Taurian groundedness, right? The earthy practicality. So we're getting a little more practical right now. Sun just moved into Taurus, um, which is nice. Mars is sextile the Jupiter Uranus conjunction, and that's actually good. I mean, Jupiter, you know, Jupiter dignifies Mars, so, and Mars is ruling Aries. So right now it should be a bit more harmonious, even though it's not. Um, Saturn is also in conjunct the South Node, so and semi-sextile the North Node, um, which is interesting. And I would expect that to create sort of tension with the law, with authorities, with institutions, in themes relating to Pisces, right? So a lot of the compassionate, I mean, it's foolhardy if you ask me, but there is a level of compassionate response that the people are sort of trying to, they think they're being compassionate, right? They think they're doing the right thing by, being all, I mean, some of them probably not, and it's very mixed. There's a lot of ugliness and hatred, but like the Piscean sort of victimhood mentality, trying to, they're thinking about other people, especially like Palestinians or whatever, right? So that's kind of, I mean, I don't like to talk about this. I do talk about it. I don't like to because a lot of people don't like to hear this kind of, I mean, it's mixed. It's a lot of mixed stuff, but yeah. That whole it's a Piscean theme is what it is. And they're definitely, it's mixed right now. I mean, they're having some successes, but they are definitely meeting their that the grounded reality of Taurus. And the institutions are going to be challenged too, and irritable. They're not going to be that all that pleasant right now because they have to, they're bad aspect, or difficult aspect, I should say, to the nodes, but definitely relating to the nodes. And so there's going to be more influence, or more uh, the authorities are definitely going to be not taking a back step. They're going to be front and center in all of this, right? They're going to be stepping up their game with all these gatherings, right? There's a gathering right here. So anyway, Pluto is actually, Sun is squaring Pluto, applying to a square with Pluto between Taurus and Aquarius. That's interesting, right? Saturn would be dispositing the Pluto, Venus dispositing the Sun. But this is another case of like the people, the power of the people meeting or squaring off with society and sort of stubborn, grounded reality, right? Aquarius is not very grounded. It's not necessarily realistic. It's very abstract, very intellectual. Pluto is very destructive and intense and obsessive. But the Sun in Taurus is indicative of the whole of the general trend of society, and their in Taurus it would be about earthy, very practical, grounded, sensorial matters. Taurus is not one for big changes or big movement. It really just wants to sit there and have its stuff, right? Have its things, sit on the couch and eat some food or whatever, right? It likes the good life. It likes pleasures. It likes beauty. And so this Pluto square Sun is interesting. It's not an easy aspect. Neither are dignifying each other. So I expect there to be some clashes between sort of the Aquarian idealization of utopian, sort of like people fighting for whatever their ideology is, like I heard like their socialism or communism or something related to that, freedom, maybe free, like freedom for free Palestine or whatever that is, whatever their ideology they're coming from. It's going to clash with sort of the average folk, the Sun in Taurus, right? The people who just want to live their life and have a good life. Yeah. So this is definitely a tumultuous time, and it's not gonna change until all these planets separate from the North Node. That's when all the gatherings will disperse. So that'll take some time. Other things will happen in the meantime, but yeah, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. There's a lot of focus on Aries, on aggression, on war, on delusion, and then the find out part, the F around part, and then the find out part, right? So that's kind of the themes what's going on that I see. And the clashes could intensify as Moon, sorry, Sun perfects the square to Pluto. And then hopefully things will calm down a bit more. Yeah. I'm not going to do any future sort of analysis for now, but yeah, that's it for now. So yeah, I just, thought I'd make a short video, add my 2 cents to what's going on. It's crazy watching a video that man set himself on fire. It's like it's insane. It's absurd and upsetting, and but like there's so much going on in the world right now. It's craziness. Every day is like, oh my God. Right. So anyway, yeah. Wow. So guys, that's it. Joe Waxman, the astrologer, signing off. Uh Formerly known as Mediocre. Hey, he's okay. All right, guys. Laugh it off, take a victory laugh, win before you win, and all that good stuff. You know what to do. Hit that like button if you can for me. That'd be great. Subscribe if you haven't already. Book a reading with me, macrogoldmachine@yahoo.com. I really need your help. I need your support. So, I'm grateful for those who have chosen to support me. But if you haven't, book a reading. It's well worth it. So yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.